Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your support to this channel. It is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you well wherever you are at this evening hour. Now, Pauline Njoroge is coming out with a very shocking political news here, as I'm just displaying it on our channel today. Increase fuel price by 60 bob. When they complain, reduce by 17 bob. They will clap for you and say how you have stabilized the economy. Let the Kenyan shillings take a beating from an exchange rate of 119 bob to the dollar to 163 margin of 44 bob. When the complaint prop the Kenyan shillings and bring exchange rate down by 30 bob, they will cheer you and say how your tough decisions are bearing fruit. Increases electricity by 67%. When they will reduce by 13.7%, they will bow down and chant Igwe, Igwe, saying how transformative president you are. We are still proceeding. Create punitive tax policies. When they cry out that businesses are closing down and thousands are losing jobs, tell them that the cost of living has gone down because unga is now 120 bob. So they shouldn't worry about losing job and closing businesses. They will call you the greatest miracle working president. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is thy plan, akili mtu wangu. Amemaliza hivyo. So it is very clear that Pauline Njoroge is now exposing President Ruto, according to what I have seen. That Ruto is planning so many things, then after that is coming to divert Kenyans' attention. Then the Kenyans themselves are coming out in public or where the president is addressing them, then clapping for them. For instance, Pauline Njoroge have described about the floor reduction of the floor. We had a crisis of hunger, we all are aware of that. We had a crisis of fuel, we are all aware of that. So that is whatever Pauline Njoroge is now trying to expose and telling Kenyans the secret deal on why President Ruto is doing this. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's analysis, we want to find out, to break down this Pauline Njoroge's bombshell to Kenya Kwanza administration. Before I carry on with this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to congratulate you so much for your great support. Actually, we are almost reaching 2,000 subscribers. I'm very much impressed and I want to congratulate you. Soon I'll display it on the screen for you to see it. As I still request you continue subscribing to this channel if you've never subscribed. Like the videos, watch, share, and give us your opinion at the comment section below. To the members, thank you for your great support. Let's proceed. There's something that we ought to understand on this Pauline Njoroge's bombshell. After President Ruto had been sworn in Kasarani, the hustler narratives was the move by that time, and Kenyans were impressed by saying now dynasty is has gone, so there is no time for us to hear any person coming from dynasty. By that time it was Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga, in short Kenyatta's family, Odinga's family, and Moi's family. We are aware that there are only the three people who are tycoon in our country. They're the ones who have billions of money in their account. So Kenyans were expecting Ruto to have something, because this man came from a very poor background. You've heard the history of President Ruto. In fact, he came from a very, very poor background, where some of us even are now better than him. But right now he's the president. We forget about all those because it depends on God's plan and someone's plan. So Pauline Njoroge is coming out here and trying to reveal how Ruto is using his tactics to convince Kenyans on reduction of fuel, unga, tax, and so on and so on. So she is saying that Ruto knows how to play his cards to the resident in the republic. Pauline Njoroge is saying that the current head of state have no taste to bring benefit to the people. They are only after power. They no longer have interest to have benefit to their own people. There is also, she has talked about the cost of living where we are as at now. Wewe kama unaweza afford sugar, there's someone who can't afford that sugar. But president is playing hide and seek with this economy. I also ask myself, this might be true, that why is the deputy president traveling outside the country? Why is president traveling outside the country? Yet the economy is thwarting the vulnerable Kenyans. So those are the things which I thought, and abruptly Pauline Njoroge is now telling us the real reality on this move. She's saying that Ruto is just trying to please Kenyans with few agendas, and at whatever is taking place is totally different to what Kenyans expect. So there's not a single day the head of state, be it Ruto or Uhuru, even Uhuru did nothing. I don't know what Uhuru did, apart from the standard gauge and the road construction, which was started by the late Mwai Kibaki. If we recall 2012, Mwai Kibaki and the current former prime minister, the Thika Road came from the office of the former prime minister, if we recall. So Uhuru was just trying to do it, to carry on with it. That is whatever Ruto is doing. Even the housing bill, which is forcing Kenyans to pay taxes, Uhuru did it differently. But when you compare how Ruto is doing it, it's totally different. But what again I have observed is that each and every president have tactics to tax Kenyans. They are coming with different solutions in order to milk Kenyans dry. They want each and every person not to save money in the account. Right now, ukimuliza mtu yeyote mwenye anafanya biashara, for those who are doing businesses, for instance, per day tuseme umepata 500, hiyo 500 ndio unakatwa, apart from for ukiwa na expenses ya kulipa fuel, ya kulipa wafanyikazi, ya kulipa kama unafanya ya duka, unafanya ya hoteli, utapata at the end unalala na 200, because the expenses have been widened by the government. So that is whatever Pauline Njoroge is now saying. In fact, she has described it as Rutonomics. He is mixing things. So where are we heading to? I'm still repeating the info track record. Whatever I analyzed 2 weeks ago about the info track, I said that the reason why 58% have confirmed that the country is headed into a wrong direction believes that this government won't deliver any promises to the people. So what I have observed here, the significant point coming from this point of Pauline Njoroge is that the government is trying to convince Kenyans with fake news. But with them, they are having benefit. They are benefiting themselves. They don't want to consider any person's welfare. So it is upon you also, ladies and gentlemen, to work hard, because if you don't work hard at this point, waiting for President Ruto, waiting for Gachagua, waiting for your governor, wherever you are, it won't make sense. Man for himself, God for us all. But it is very sad, because you are the people who wake up very early in the morning. In fact, I recall during voting, I woke up very early in the morning, saa 9, voting for the one whom I deserve. I don't want to mention the name, but what I saw was totally different. You wake up very early in the morning, voting because you have a hope for any leader in the country. Again, lastly, before you elect any leader, please consider the track record. Hata kama ni mimi nikuje niseme nataka MCA, nataka MP, nataka governor, consider track record. What have I done to the people? Apart from doing something, what are the agenda do I have to offer to the people? The vision, the mission. Those are the things you ought to consider. But if you want to follow the people like Tom Ojienda, the Kisumu senator, how they are doing, you will find yourself onto a wrong side. Panga laini upewe 500, yeah, mtu anaweza kupea. Kwani iko nini? Hata mimi naweza kuja na 10,000, kuje kidogo, vunje kidogo nikupe 500. Niende, nirudi Nairobi. So those are the things that politicians have observed you, and Pauline njoroge is coming out and telling you, please let the government not cheat you. And again, she is summoning President William Samoei Ruto not to cheat Kenyans. That is whatever is taking place. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to end this analysis at this point, as I am eagerly waiting for your opinion on whatever Pauline njoroge have exposed President Ruto with. This marks the end of analysis. Consider to give this video a thumb up like, watch, share, and give us your opinion. May you have a blessed evening.